Hi. So today the theme of this vlog is gonna be um, maybe describing some of my thoughts about committing to a singular, a single industry or field or practice or job. Um, I'm planning to become a physiotherapy assistant, not a physiotherapist. And the reason is because the training is it's a relatively short period, and um, but but I have my resentments towards education in general, education and training. So what what has usually panned out is in the middle of training or in the middle of employment, I will find something that I can't let go and accept. And because of a little thing that affected me greatly, I would quit the job or stop the training. And this has been a recurring pattern. Yeah, this has been a recurring pattern. And it's precisely because hold I am holding resentments towards training and education and keeping a job that it that getting into training and getting a job is a personal challenge to me and something that I have to do. If not now, then when? Sort of deal. And be and it's the whole concept of voluntarily facing your fears, examining what you don't want to examine, um, learning to like what you dislike, because what I dislike, maybe other people in the world likes. It's like the whole concept of my worst enemy or my greatest adversary has their group of friends. And so the question is like, I'm so antagonistic towards my greatest adversary and my greatest enemy. Why can't I step back and befriend my enemy the way that the enemy's friends are the enemy's friends? That's that's like a thought. And so I'm going to, let's see, today is Monday, July 6th. I'm going to start on July 16th, and it's going to last for a month. So I'm going to be vlogging anyways, because this is the spirit of video logging. It's about, there's like a, it's kind of like fruit and vegetables. Like you have to harvest it when it is still fresh and in its optimum state of maturity. And I always think to myself that a salad on my plate is like a symphony of time condensed into a physical object or a physical thing like a plate of salad. And all of the different ingredients, the tomato, the cucumber, the lettuce, they all had their time in the soil, and their stages of growth, and in their optimum maturity, they were harvested, and now I cut them up and put them on a plate, and I eat of this sort of deal. So that's kind of a pretty thought. And what else about uh, one one thing that spurred me on to be rather pick up what is convenient and do what is my talent is because I have a aunt. I have an aunt that is my mom's friend that dedicated her life to being a secretary, and she worked her way up to the top of her field. And I think that is a pattern worth considering, that despite all the difficulties that she did experience in that time, she stuck with it. And this is like a life lesson that everyone has to learn, which is to pick up and take responsibility for an area of work that you don't hate, but uh, plays to your strengths, and then commit to that. And I overheard this old guy saying that, like, with regard to all the professions, the professional knowledge, the skills, they can be taught. But what cannot be taught, and what is still, like, as a society, we're struggling to direct and control, is human nature, and how to be a human, and how to be humane, and how to be compassionate, how to be frugal, how to excel at taking the rear position. And so that's going to be part of my presentation when I get interviewed for a job. Like, I'm a I'm a I'm a I'm a peaceful guy learning to be more compassionate, and with little inner conflicts in me, I have confidence in manning up my position. Yeah, that's going to be the sort of deal when I get interviewed. And about becoming a physiotherapy assistant, um, it's going to be like any job, an immersion into a memory pocket, a pocket of memories, part of which is the memories that guide us to the techniques necessary for a physiotherapy assistant, and memory pocket in terms of where with any job you're dealing with people, and people carry their memories with them, as I do with my own memories. And it's going to be a fascinating process. It's going to be a fascinating process to let go of my possessions and dare to not take action, where the context of action is that desire. What's the word? Desire hastes you towards action. And that is the exact category of action that we have to hold ourselves back from. Because the sort of action that is motivated by desire tends to meddle in other people's affairs more than what is best for all, sort of deal. So that's about all I have for this evening. Thanks for watching. Yeah, bye.